For the second week in a row, Raw ends on a brawl very abruptly, right? They did the match, Usos versus Drew and Logan Paul, usual shenanigans, the Vision comes out, and then Punk and Cody comes out, they brawl, Roman comes out, they do the thing, and then end credits, right? They roll up, Logan Paul gets the win, they got the advantage at War Games. And then the end credits. I'm like, oh, you're going to do the same thing again. And that's what they did. Brock Lesnar comes out. They do a little standoff. They do a brawl. And it just ends. Like, just ends very abruptly. I don't know why they do that. I assumed last week they'd do, like, a social media post of the aftermath. Which they kind of did. But, you know, it wasn't enough. But, like, they did it again. Like, isn't like it's USA Network where you want a very strict timing. You're on Netflix. They did say we can stretch out the time as much as we want, but like we haven't really seen that yet. You know, like maybe we have like a couple of times when we say like 2 hours and 45 minutes ish. But like, come on now, did it really need to end 2.5 hours on a dot? Like, unless they're like double taping, but they did that on SmackDown. So like, why do we? Anyway, the show opened up with Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes, and Cody asks, like, Roman, what's in it for you, bro? And Roman's like, you know, I've been here since the very beginning, and this is my family, and we don't play about family. And Cody's like, all right, welcome to the team. And then CM Punk comes out. He's like, oh, wait a minute, your team, your team, this is my team. They start arguing, go back and forth. Then Roman says, all right, look, it don't really matter who team it is. We all hate Paul Heyman. It is what it is. And then they all come together, and then Roman says, you know what? That title looks good on me. I need my title back. And walks off. Does not explain who he's talking to. But either way, WrestleMania, he's fighting for a championship, it looks like. More likely than not, unless like Seth recovers, which I don't think that's gonna happen. Maybe miraculously, but I don't really see that happening. But either way, I can't wait. I think they're probably going to do Punk versus Roman. They're really building that up, especially with the War Games coming up. They're probably really going to tease that at War Games. But either way, can't wait. Let's talk about the women's War Games. Might as well, right? Becky, the whole team comes out. Becky starts yapping about losing the title. Her lawyer told her to not talk about it, you know. Stuff she's been doing on social media. She's been killing it. Shout out Becky. Right? She talks to other teams. Like, yeah, they're going to regret it. Yada, yada, yada. Then the faces come out. AJ Lee talking. He's like, yo, therapy works. But at War Games, in that cage, I'm finna snap. Okay? I can do whatever I want when I want in War Games. It's on site. Shout out to AJ Lee. Can't wait to see that. They're probably gonna extend this to. I don't see how they can extend this to WrestleMania without making it. Well, she doesn't have to be like part time, not full time. Excuse me. I guess you do like a little part time thing every other month or so. I don't know, but either way, either Royal Rumble or WrestleMania, that's gonna be the match, or at least a blow off match anyway. So can't wait to see that. Then a brawl ensues. And then yada yada yada. That's the women's War Games. Overall, both War Games have a pretty. I prefer the men's War Games build. This essentially just because of that brawl last week. They should have did that brawl this week. That would have been peak. But I enjoyed what they did. Oh, there's solid builds for both. The women's kind of grew on me a little bit, especially with the Charlotte Rhea thing. I kind of wish they extended that a little bit further, but because they only did it for like the SmackDown that happened on, and then they kind of came back on Raw, kind of, and then the following SmackDown. I'm like, all right, you know what? It is what it is. I kind of wish they extended that a little bit more, but other than that, I have no problem with it. It kind of feels like Becky and AJ Lee were just slapped in there just so they can have 5 and like star power. Like storyline wise, it kind of doesn't make sense, but it is what it is. Both solid builds. Not the greatest, but not the worst either. Just right in the middle, about mid. Let's talk about the funniest segment of the night. Dom came out, cut a promo. He gets caught up by John Cena. And we're like, oh, a bonus John Cena appearance? Nah, we got John Weena. and Little Stuart Little. He actually cut a promo too. He did the John Cena catchphrases. If you want some, come get some. It is, and they got me. I was laughing hysterically. They cooked with that segment. Then he actually got backed up though. He got booted 619 balls. But he gave it his all. You can tell that he had one time to shine and he let it rip. He said, you know what? Only got one chance at this. Let me cook. He cooked. But then that transitioned into JD McBobblehead versus Rey Mysterio. Finn Balor had shenanigans throughout the match. But solid match overall. Rey got the win. Who knows where this is going to go? Probably going to be Rey versus Dom at some point. Either at Saturday Night's main event for the AAA. I don't know what they're going to do with this whole AAA title. I don't know. But we'll see. I don't really watch AAA, so let me know your thoughts on that. But yeah, solid match. Let's talk about the John Cena tournament. Mello versus Gunther, a great back and forth match. Both guys look strong. Gunther got the win. Like I said, Mello still looks strong in the end. Shout out to him. But then the most unfortunate thing of the night, Penta versus Solo. But the match ended abruptly because Penta got hurt. I don't know what the injury is. I don't think they told us what the injury is quite yet. But prayers up. Hopefully it isn't going too long. I need my dog to be at WrestleMania. I need my guy to win a championship. I need it. I need it for the culture. I need it. So prayers up to Penta. Speedy recovery. I wish you the best. And that's Raw, excuse me. Overall, pretty enjoyable. I really love the War Games, the men's War Games. They really got me hype, especially the brawls. I love it. That just triggers my inner carnal desires, you know. But I enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments while you're down there. Drink water. Have a good day. Bye.